I used to think that becoming the person God called me to be meant having everything together, like never messing up, being perfect, always being consistent. But I just learned something about discipline. It's not about getting everything right, it's about who you choose to be when nobody is watching. And when I read chapter 39 in the book of Genesis, Joseph really showed me what that looks like. If you're anything like me, then you understand that sometimes staying disciplined can be a little challenging. I'm currently reading the book of Genesis, and I just recently read chapter 39, and it's really made me reflect on what discipline looks like in my own life. Before we get into that, my name is Tawana, and on my channel, I am sharing my journey of building my faith, my discipline, and becoming the woman that God is calling me to be. So, if you haven't read Genesis chapter 39 yet, it's the part where Joseph was sold into slavery by his brothers, and he was sent off to Egypt to serve in Pharaoh's home. And this story just explains how no matter what Joseph's circumstances were, he still chose to stay faithful to God. Joseph did everything right. He worked hard, he stayed obedient, and even when no one was watching, he chose to do the right thing. I have been struggling with that lately. I'm still trying, but it's just been a little harder. I've noticed that I've been pressing snooze a lot more often. I'm not as disciplined with my eating. I watch way more TV than I should when I could be doing other things. I'm skipping workouts and I'm not sticking to a daily schedule. And all of those were good habits that I've been trying to build. Well, at first, I had this idea that being disciplined meant doing everything right all the time. That's not what discipline actually is. Discipline doesn't mean that you have to be perfect, it doesn't mean that you never mess up. Discipline really means that you show up anyway, even when you're inconsistent, even when you don't feel like it, even when it looks messy. It also means fighting off temptation. There's a part in chapter 39 where Joseph is tempted by Pharaoh's wife, and Joseph literally runs away from the temptation. That part stood out to me because there have been so many times where I've been tempted to eat bad food, or tempted to skip my workouts, or tempted to binge on TV shows. So, yeah. Sometimes I don't run from it. I just sit in the distractions and I entertain those temptations. But what God is starting to show me is this: discipline isn't just about what you choose to do when things are easy. It's also about what you choose to do when things get hard. He didn't choose discipline because it felt good. He chose it because it was right. And that really convicted me because I realized that I've been letting how I feel decide what I do. And the truth is, if I continue to do that, I'll never become the woman that God wants me to become. One other thing that stood out to me in that chapter is even though Joseph always did the right thing and he ran away from temptation, he still ended up in a bad situation. He was falsely accused and thrown into prison. And that hit me because sometimes I think, like, God, I am really trying, but why is it so hard for me? And one thing that chapter 39 kept repeating is the Lord was with Joseph, even in the hard, even in the unfair, even in the waiting. The Lord was with him. That's where I'm at right now. I have to remember that God is with me. Even when it's hard, even when it doesn't feel perfect, it's never going to feel perfect. Maybe it's not supposed to be when I really think about it. Maybe this is the part where my discipline is being built and God is trying to remind me that He's with me during every part of my growth. This is the part where God is telling me that I have to choose obedience, even when I don't feel like it. This is what I'm committed to. I'm going to stop waiting until I feel motivated. I'm going to choose discipline on purpose. I'm going to show up for myself, even if that means just taking baby steps, because I don't want to just talk about becoming better. I actually want to become a better version of myself. Feeling like this too, like you've been trying to be disciplined, but it's just been so hard. You're not alone, but we still have a choice. We can either stay where it's comfortable or we can continue to push ourselves to do better. Something that you're going through too, please share with me in the comments. And I'll be sharing more of my journey of what God is teaching me and how I'm applying it to my everyday life. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.